everybody. So today we're doing 0-3 solving multi-step equations. So solve each equation, check your answer. Okay, so these first couple are pretty easy, so let's take a look at them. Well, what's the first thing that we're gonna do? Are we going to get rid of the number that's further away from the b or closer to the b? The one that is further away. So which number is further away? That's 6. So I'm going to put minus 6, minus 6. So I'm going to be left with 3b equals negative 18 minus 6 is negative 24. Now, I want to get that b by itself. What do I need to do? I'm going to have to divide. So I'm dividing both sides by 3. So b equals negative 8. Now it says to check my answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into this equation that's up at the top. So I have 6 plus 3 times negative 8. 3 times negative 8 is 24. So I have 6 plus negative 24, or you could just say minus 24. So 6 minus 24 is negative 18. So yes, it did work. Every time that you are doing one of these problems, I want you to go with the number that's furthest away from the letter and then just work your way in closer to the letter. So looking at this next one, which thing am I going to deal with first, the negative 3 or the 5? The negative 3. So I'm going to put the line through the equal sign. Okay, I have negative 3. So what am I going to do, add 3 or subtract negative 3, which is the same thing as add 3? We're going to add 3. So plus 3 plus 3. So I have 5x, because this just works its way down, equals 12 plus 3 is 15. Now, I want to get x all by itself. So how do I get rid of that 5? I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So x equals 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now we're going to double check. I'm going to plug that into this left side of the equation. Okay, so we have negative 3. Why is this? So we have negative 3 plus 5 times, what am I going to plug in instead of x? The 3 that I got from my answer. So negative 3 plus, what's 5 times 3? 15. So negative 3 plus 15 is the same thing as saying 15 minus 3, which is 12. So yes, it did work. Okay, let's go ahead and do this next one. Okay, what thing do I want to deal with first, the 7 or the 12? The 12, because it is furthest away from n. So 12, what am I going to do, add it or subtract it? I'm going to subtract it. So minus 12 minus 12. So I have 7n equals negative 23 minus 12 is negative 35. How did I get that? I just added the two numbers together and then I put a negative sign in front since they were both automatically negative. Okay, now how do I get rid of the 7? I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So I have n equals negative 35 divided by 7 is negative 5. Now we're going to check it. So I have 7. What am I going to plug in for n? Negative 5. So 7 times negative 5 plus 12. 7 times negative 5 is negative 35 plus 12 is negative 23, which is what I wanted. So perfect. Let's go ahead and try this next one. What am I going to do now? I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So we have t over 6 equals 8 plus 3 is 11. How am I going to get rid of this 6? Multiply it or divide it? I'm going to multiply it. So I'm going to do times 6 times 6. So t equals 66. Let's double check that that's going to work. So we have, instead of t, I'm going to put 66 over 6 minus 3. Okay, so 66 divided by 6 is 11 minus 3, which is 8, which is the answer that I wanted. So good. We're good on that one. let's go ahead and go to the next page. So, ooh, this one's a little bit harder. Looking at this, what number is the furthest away from n? The -7 or the 2? The 2 is, because if I were to write this out another way, I would just say n minus 7 divided by 2. So if you look here, 2 is the furthest away from n. So how am I going to get rid of this 2? I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So these 2's are going to cancel. So I have n minus 7 equals -11 times 2 is -22. How am I going to get rid of that 7? I'm going to add. So I'm going to do plus 7 plus 7. So that tells me that I'm going to have n equals -22 plus 7 is -15. Cool. Now we're going to double check that. So I'm going to plug in -15 minus 7 divided by 2. -15 minus 7 is -22 divided by 2 is -11. So we're good. It worked. Okay, I want you to take the next couple of minutes and try the last one. Okay, so looking at this, if we thought back to that first day, I said the first thing that we should do is distribute. We don't have to distribute. The second thing that we should do is combine like terms. I do have 2 like terms here, don't I? This looks the same as this. So we're going to put those together. So what is 2x plus 7x? That is 7, 8, 9, so 9x. I'm just going to put minus 20 equals 180. Okay, now we are going to, here, I'm going to put it there. Okay, we're going to add the 20 to both sides. So we have 200 equals 9x. Divide by 9, divide by 9, x equals, I'm just going to leave it as 2x, or 200 divided by 9. That'll just make my life easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this back in. So we have, let's just do it in this bottom equation right here. So I have 9 times 200 divided by 9 minus 20 equals 180. So these 9's are going to cancel. So I have 200 minus 20. 200 minus 20 is 180. So yes, that is true. That works. Okay, looking at the next part. Chip earns a base salary of $500 per month as a salesman. In addition to the salary, he earned $90 per product that he sells. If his goal is to earn $5,000 per month, how many products does he need to sell? Okay, so very first thing, they want us to define a variable. So we can go ahead and write x equals products. So it is the number of products. And write an equation for each situation. Okay, so we have, let's go ahead and highlight some things. We have $500 per month. That's base salary. We have $90 per product. And we want to earn $5,000 per month. And we want to know how many products. So how many products? Okay, so our goal is $5,000, right? So that tells me that I'm going to have 5,000 equals a base salary. So what does base salary mean? Is that like how much I get per something, or is that just what it is? Like that's what you get. It's what you just get automatically. So you get 500 no matter what. So plus $90, so 90 per product. What does per mean? Per means multiply. So 90x, because we said x is the number of products. So to solve this, I'm going to subtract 500 from both sides. So we have 4,500 equals 90x. I'm going to write this up here because I ran out of space. Okay, now how do I get x by itself? I'm going to divide both sides by 90. So x equals 50 products. So if we have 50 products, then we're going to hit that $5,000 per month. Okay, now let's go ahead and try these two. They're just a little bit harder. I'm going to give you, I don't know, like 10 minutes. Just try these out, see what you get. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to do is combine our like terms. So let's look for the things that look the same. Well, this is a 5x. That doesn't have an x. This has an x. That doesn't have an x. Okay, and then this doesn't have an x, and this doesn't have an x. So let's go ahead and combine. So 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8 is negative 3x. Negative 10 plus 12 is going to be a positive 2. And then that's equal to 90. Okay, so now we're just solving another simple equation. We are going to do what? We're going to, not add. I want to subtract 2. So minus 2 minus 2. So I have negative 3x equals 88. Okay, divide both sides by negative 3. So x equals negative 88 over 3. Okay, cool. Now we are going to solve your equation, check your answer. Okay, so we're going to do negative 3 times negative 88 divided by 3 plus 2. So these 3's are going to cancel. So that's going to leave us with, these negatives are also going to cancel. So we have 88 plus 2, which equals 90, which is what I wanted. So perfect. You could have done negative 88 divided by 3 and said that it was the same thing as negative 29.3 repeating, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to leave it as a fraction. There's no issues with having fractions as answers. Okay, and then the last one. We are going to do everything to one side. So I think I just want to move all the x's to the left side and the regular numbers to the right side. So I'm going to subtract x. So minus x minus x. That's x plus 4 equals 5. And then I'm going to subtract 4 minus 4. X equals 5 minus 4 is 1. Double checking this. So we have 1 plus 4, which equals 5, which is what I wanted. So perfect. We're good. That's it for this lesson. I'm going to go ahead and have your homework up, so make sure you take a look at that. And then tomorrow we're just going over how to do more difficult multi-step equations. Have a good rest of your day.